Hey guys, Badu1979 here. I'm gonna do a quick unboxing on something that I've ordered recently. I'll probably put it in the description so you guys will know what the unboxing is, and you guys saw the video of what I ordered and what deal I gave you guys last week for Black Friday. Actually, it was a little before Black Friday, so I'm gonna do a turbo unboxing. I'm gonna use magic, right? Alright, so this is my Amazon box. Shazam! Here we go, unboxing. So still in the packaging though, so yeah, you guys can see that little skull there. Emerson, built by Kershaw, and the products number, so CQC-4XL. Yeah, this is the Kershaw Emerson CQC-4XL, which I'm gonna take my Inron to open the box so I don't damage anything. I keep that in nominal shape. So the box is interesting. So when you take it out of packaging, it's got those little flaps on the side, so it's not your typical box. So here we go. What we have in the packaging. So the knife, of course, and we got some extra screws for the pocket clip, I'm guessing. And we have a couple more things in there. I'm trying to go grab all the way back there. What the hell? Kind of looks suspicious. That's part of the box. Alright, so what do we got back there? Click. Manual, probably catalog, and important information. Blah blah blah. So, woo, instruction manual, sweet. Yeah, we all need an instruction manual for a knife, right? Damn. All right. So, and I also received some aukey, that I ordered. So this is a micro USB cable, 2.0. 3 packs. So the length on these are supposed to be 3.9 feet. Does it say that anywhere? No, it doesn't. So anyway, this is for data and charging, so you never have any enough micro USB cable, right? And I needed something that was quality, so I took that was on sale for Black Friday, or I think it still is. But that thing, or these 3 cables, are only $7.99 for these 3 cables. So high quality cables. Let's just take one and look at it. So really nice thick gauge, really nice plastic. Whoa, nice and shiny chrome here. So yeah, it looks to be a good quality cable. So can't wait to try that out and see how it performs versus my other cable that I got, and to see if it's a little faster for charging and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So what I want to see is that right here, the Kershaw. I'm gonna leave you guys the box in the background so you guys can look at that. So first impression out of the box. Actually, I cheated a little bit. I received that yesterday and I played with it a little, so I can give you guys my first impression after, you know, opening it, taking it out of the box and playing with it for a little bit. Let's look at the some things that people don't really care about when they buy a knife. Personally, for me, you know, I'm kind of a knife addict, so those little things matter to me. So I'm somebody that likes precision and, you know, all those little details. So blade centering is pretty good, as you guys can see, almost perfect. So for blade centering, that is very nice. So almost perfect, maybe a little leaning towards this side, the right side, but not much. So especially when you look at it like that. Another thing that's important to me is lockup. So as you guys can see here, I'm gonna try to make it focus and give you guys some lights. Yeah, lockup is about, I would say 95%. So let's compare that to my Inron here. So let's flip it open so you guys can see that it's fully out. So my in run is at 50%. And I had this knife for a while, so the lock life is still pretty good on my in run. It's gonna last me a long time. So, but you know, it doesn't really matter that the lock is going towards the end. It's not gonna do anything. The lock is a little bit stiff sometimes. It sticks, so a little bit of sticking on the lock, and there's some grit. There is some grit in the knife. So, you know, I originally said I wanted to buy 2 of these. I'm still thinking that because I love the feel of the knife and the hand, but if I buy another one, it's gonna have to be on sale at $36 or less, and I'm probably gonna pick the best one out of 2 and sell the other one. So one's gonna be enough. Usually when I love a blade, I have 2 of each. I really love this blade though. I really love the blade shape. I love the immersion wave, which I'm gonna have to practice with because this thing keeps snagging in my pocket, and deploying it is kind of, well, I'm gonna have to work on that. So the deployment. I love the blade shape though. Love the blade shape. Love the ergonomics. I mean, this is really comfortable in the hands. And it's the small details like the rounding off on the insides of the liners. The outside, the lock here is rounded off. There's no jimping on that, but you know, it doesn't affect you from opening it and closing it. The thumb disc works great for opening it. The immersion wave, well, from what I tested it, the pocket clip is a little bit tight, but that you can always modify, change it, and just, you know, bend it a little bit outward so it just fits a little easier in the pockets. So but overall, I love the design. I love the size. I love big blades. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple of comparison right here, just so you guys can see. Here's my Rat 1. Let's look at, this is my less good one. So the blade centering is not perfect on this one. So that's why I keep this one as an EDC, or the one I play with, and the other one's in the drawer. So I got 2. Yeah, I love my Rat 1s. So really nice and smooth opening. Jimping works great. Let's look at the lock face, and let's try to get a little bit closer there so you guys can see. So the lock face is at 70% on this one, I think. Let's try to zoom in and find out. So yeah, lock face is about 60%, I would say. It's hard to tell with a black blade like that on the camera, but yeah, it's about 60-70%. So not bad. I had this one for a while and I played enough with it, so still 70% is pretty good. You know, I love my Rat. Just paid $30 for that. So this knife, the Emerson, is usually $65 in Canada, but I said that in my other video. Still at $40. I wish they had a little bit better quality. So let me show you guys another knife here. So this thing I paid, I think, $14 for it. This is a Kelly Warden Timberline, and look how smooth it is. I mean, look how smooth. I mean, this thing just barely without any effort, man. The Teflon washers in there. And let's look at the lock on the face of the blade. So yeah, it's about 50% here. So I'm gonna try to zoom in on you guys for this, show you guys that. So I'm just doing a little comparison, and yeah, it's about 50% here. So but you know, getting a good knife, it's always a fluke, especially when it comes from China. But another knife that actually I got a couple that comes from China that I love. This is my Spyderco Resilience. Let's look at the lockup on this one. There you go, about 50% also. So 50% is pretty good for, well, maybe a little bit more. Let's zoom in on that and find out. So I've played with that one a lot too. Yeah, it's about 60, I would say, 60%. So, but you know, 60 for me is tolerable. I mean, even you know, 50, 60, 70% for a knife that's made in China is tolerable, and it's pretty good. I'll show you guys another one, which I paid, I think, $16 for this one. Oh yeah, Kershaw trimmer. Love the trimmer. I got 2 of these because I got a good deal on it, $14 or $15 each. So I had to buy a couple. So I got 2 of these, and I love my trimmers. but I don't play with them too much since they're discontinued. So let's look at the lock face. This is a regular Kershaw. It's not an Emerson collaboration or nothing. So lockup on this is pretty good, right? It's about less than 50%. So I would say about 40%. 40% on the lockup here. So really good lockup there. So well, yeah, if you look on the back there. So this one's a little bit deeper inside, but I would say maybe 50%. So, but that's tolerable. I mean, that's totally acceptable for a $14 knife. And let's look at the blade centering. So blade centering is more towards one side on this one. It's not actually touching the liners, so that's okay. Anyways, this is the one that's not, the other one that I got, the blade centering is perfect, so that's why this is the one I use, and the other one is just stay in the drawer and stay pretty. So let's look at the blade centering in the Kelly Warner, $14. Blade centering on this one, a little bit towards the left side, not much though. Well, actually it's pretty good. Yeah, it depends. It varies a little bit, but I can play with the screws to make it a little bit straighter. Sometimes you have to re-put the screws and re-screw it on. So let's look at my Spyderco. The Spydercos are hard to beat for the money. I mean, they're really hard to beat. They got some phosphorus bronze washers in there, and the quality control on that. The blade is sharp out of the box and everything. So. I know this video is going to get a little bit long, 11 minutes. I'm going to have to close it down. But I just wanted to show you guys a small comparison compared to my other knife. So I just wish the lockup was a little bit better. But that's what happens when you buy a knife on the internet. You cannot hand pick. Although maybe there's some companies who can do that for you. Hand pick the knife and just look at the lockup and everything. Just going to show you guys some background knives. I want to go get some paper and do a paper cut test. My Inron, I really love the Inron, man. I gotta buy another one of these before they get extinct. So I got a place for my resilience right here. Yes, sure I do. Nice little setup there, right, guys? Let me get some paper here, right, real quick, just to show you guys. I'm gonna get myself some really thin paper so I can show you guys the performance of the blade out of the box. So this is the closest thing I got. Alright, so let's see, how is the performance out of the box for sharpness? So pretty sharp out of the box, so good job on that. Yeah, it's a lottery ticket, so expired lottery ticket. I mean, non-winning, otherwise I'd be buying myself some more knives and shit. So alright, so pretty sharp out of the box, so good job. Kershaw usually they get you a sharp knife out of the box, so but I just love that blade shape, that spear point. I mean, this thing just looks menacing just looking at it. So the point could be a little bit sharper, but the work sharp is gonna go on that and just make it a little bit sharper and maybe polish the edge a little bit with the 6000. So just, I mean, for the price, I think they could have used a little bit more quality for the bushings, for the washers. I mean, they could use a combination between for Teflon and phosphorus bronze washer. I mean, those little tiny washers that they put in the Spyderco, they cost a cent each or 2 cents. So why not? I mean, it doesn't really jack up the price, right? I mean, if you jack up the price by $1 for having phosphorus bronze bushing, I'd take it. And something I would like to do for people to do with even the lowest price knife is put a replaceable, interchangeable lock face, or you know, that little lock that you can put there, so you can get yourself some more life out of your knife. So just a couple of annoyances on this knife. So but I'm gonna play with it for the next few days. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna, you know, try to get it. So let's look at the blade. So if there's no movement on that, so up and down, no movement, side to side, no movement. So That's pretty good. The only thing is the lockup and the fact that see that the lock sticks a little bit. So I don't know if I should contact Kershaw for that. I don't think they're gonna do anything except say buy another one. If I try to contact Amazon and say, hey, I just want to exchange the knife, this one, they might send me one that's worse because the people that work there, they probably don't know too much about knives and you know, those little details. But you know, I can hear in the comments right now, guys, people are gonna say, oh man, you're nitpicking, you're too fancy, you're it's small details. It's a $30 knife. Actually, I paid $36 on sale. It was usually $65. But you know, for a $14 knife that I ordered on the internet, I mean, look how smooth this puppy is. Look at the lockup, man. It's nitpicking, but it's nitpicking for good damn, that thing is smooth. It's nitpicking for good reasons, you know. Look at my Inron. The Inron is as smooth as that, or fell on that, but it's pretty smooth. And the lock face, which I think is the most important, so the lock doesn't stick when you take it back. This thing is smooth, and you know, it could be a little bit smoother, but I need to oil it. I haven't, you know, done anything since the first day I got it. I put some oil on there, some Pro 7. I'm gonna have to do that again to make it smoother. So but you know, for the price, I think they could do a little bit more of a job, just adding a few more bells and whistles, a little bit more quality control, and just a little. They don't need to do much, just a little. The blade is sharp, the stone wash is nice on the back side, even on the blade. It's a nice touch, but I would personally, there's some people that takes form over fashion. I would sacrifice the stone wash and get a better lockup, and maybe some phosphorus bronze washers in there instead of just your Teflon washers. So basically, I would exchange the stone wash versus since it's cost. You can hear it sticking, right? You can hear the grit in there. So it's a good blade shape. It's comfortable. I really wanted to love this blade. I like this blade, but I'm not in love with it. So just because of those little nitpicking details. But I think I'm gonna play with this blade. I'm gonna, you know, wear EDC it maybe, and just keep it around for a little bit and see how I like it, and you know, if those things really bother me. I got my Samurai Mu, which the lockup is, well, was garbage out of the box, but that's a $5 knife, so that I really don't mind. The Spyderco, well, that I wouldn't mind a little bit more, like $60 that I paid for this one. So, but look at that. Spydercos are hard to beat for the money. I mean, you can't go wrong. They got some phosphorus bronze and some nylon washers in there. So that thing is smooth. I love my Spyderco. I don't play too much with it because I don't want to damage it. So to me, $60 like that is expensive. And this one, I'm gonna be careful with it too. So even though I paid $35 for it, what I should have done is bought another Rat 1. I really love my Rat 1 too, and I should have bought another one. They came on sale at $32, so for Black Friday, or just a little before, at the exact same time as the CQC-4XL. So I should have bought another one of these. And what I should really do is buy another Inron, because I really love this blade. This is actually a work knife that I use, that I, you know, cut stuff with, and you know, just do some everyday tasks. So this is something that I use. And let's look at the centering on this one. Damn, pretty good centering, right? So good lockup, good centering, pretty smooth if I put some oil on there eventually. So I've been babbling for 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this this long unboxing, and a little bit of rambling, and some little show and tell, and a little showing of my knife collection, which is not all, but you know, I got a couple in there. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.